everybody, welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I got a branch stuck in my back. I'm back with another video. I got a good unboxing today to do. Today I want to talk about the Mora knife. This is the Bushcraft Black. This is a cool knife. Now I apologize for the packaging being a little mixed up. This knife was in the packaging and it was in my car, and when I came out here I realized the dogs have been laying on it. So again, my apology for the scratches on the packaging. This is a carbon steel knife, 4.3 inch blade, 9.1 inch overall length, 0.13 thickness, and it weighs approximately 10.5 ounces. There's the specs that I just read. This is the Mora Bushcraft Black, made in Sweden. I'm really excited about this because I carry Mora knives all the time. This is the Mora heavy duty. This is a good knife. But the Bushcraft Black is one that I was really wanting to get, and I thought it would be cool to get one and do an unboxing and kind of a review on it. So let's crack this open and see what comes inside. Let's see here. I just love the Mora knives. They're high carbon steel, so I like that because it makes it possible to strike a rock such as chert, flint, something like that, and develop a spark. So this is what I have out of the package. I have the knife itself. I'll show you that in a little bit here in a second. I have a sheath, very hard plastic. Looks like it has a diamond tipped sharpening stone there. Pretty cool. And it has a ferrocerium rod. Looks like it kind of just clips in there. Something like that. That's kind of cool. Looks nice. And then it has two things here. One would be for you to clip onto like maybe a piece of paracord or a belt or something like that. And the other one would be to put webbing through. You see the difference in those two? And I'm going to use the one with the paracord. So let's see, how do we install those? Oh, that's pretty simple. Just locks right in. I don't know if you can see inside there. They just kind of lock right into place. That's kind of cool. So now the knife would go in there. Sorry folks, I got dirt on it. Just like that. It's got a nice fill. There's no rattle. Nothing coming loose. Looks like a nice knife. Let's take a closer look. I'm sorry about the sand I just got on it. It's got a good 90-degree spine. It's a very good spine. I'm sure that would throw some nice sparks on a ferrocerium rod. The blade is a little bit thicker than my Mora heavy duty. If I hold them up together like that, you see the difference in thickness. Other than that, it's about the same length and things of that nature. I like orange here because it's easy to find and I'm not going to lose it. Bushcraft Black, carbon steel, and they put a nice little coating on it. So what the high carbon steel is good for, like I mentioned, if you have chert, flint, quartz sometimes works, you can strike that against the blade here and develop sparks and catch those sparks in char cloth and things like that. Has a little pummel type area where you can pummel things. The grip is really nice. It feels good. It's very solid in the hand. And on the rubber grip, you can see they've got a little bit of grip there, a little jimping and a nice finger choil. They got some little areas to keep you from slipping your hand. That's pretty cool. I don't think my heavy duty has those features. See that? It doesn't have that jimping, if you will. And I noticed the finger groove here, choil thing, is a little bit bigger. So your finger groove on this heavy duty is more shallow. See that? That's bigger. I like that because then you wouldn't be slipping off the blade as easy. It's really good feel in the hand. This one has a good feel too. This is just a really nice knife. The blade is, it's not a full tang knife. The tang actually comes about 3/4 tang. It's got a nice Scandinavian grind on it. Very clean point. Everything is really nice on this. Really cool. Very nice knife. I want to try the initial sharpness. This branch behind me is driving me nuts. Check that out, folks. So let's see. Right now I got some, let's do some little push cut kind of stuff here. Yeah, this is really sharp right out of the box. Sharp knife. This is a tiny twig, but still, you can get the idea of the sharpness of this knife. Very sharp. Just goes right through this stuff. You know, I've noticed that a lot of Mora knives, they've just got that really nice feel to them, and they're sharp from the factory. I think this is going to be a good addition to my collection. Okay folks, let's take a little bit closer look at the sheath. You can see that the knife fits really well in the sheath. It's got some traction for your thumb so you can remove the blade. And again, you can change this out and put this one for like webbing or a belt or something like that. That's kind of cool, because the Mora heavy duty and the standard Mora, they come with something like this. It's not detachable though. The ferrocerium rod, that's kind of cool. You know, it's right there on the sheath. The sheath has a real solid feel to it, and it looks like this piece is kind of like just clipped on or something. I don't know if that comes off or not. I really couldn't tell you, to be quite honest with you. It looks like it's supposed to be there. There's a sharpening stone. There's a hole in the bottom. If you get any kind of water, that water will come out. It's just a nice looking sheath. You've got your sharpening stone right there. You can work your blade. Cool. Let's take a look at this ferrocerium rod. Just pulls right off. Good 90-degree spine, so it should throw some decent sparks. Now this is a brand new ferro rod, so it probably still has that coating on it. Oh, there we go. See that, folks? Got some on my camera. So yeah, the ferro rod works good. It's kind of a soft ferro rod, just those couple strikes, and I've already put a little notch in it. That's pretty cool though. It's a nice knife. I think I'm gonna like it. Everything fits real nice on the... It's a good package. I think it's gonna work out. So for right now, just to keep from losing this piece, I'm just gonna put it right there like that. Just gonna hold it there for a little bit while I do my quick review on this knife. Okay folks, I found a couple pieces of wood here that I'm gonna try to do a little bit of batoning on. Let's take a look and see what we can do to baton here. This piece doesn't look like it, but it's very solid. I'm going to try it from this other end here. There we go, right through it. Let's try this other piece. No problem, right through it. I don't get any feeling like my knife's weak or anything like that. I got ants crawling all over me, that's why I keep brushing. They love this wood pile where I'm at. This is kind of like almost a fat wood. Let's try this other piece here. No problem. It feels like a very solid knife in the hand. It feels like you're not going to have any issues or anything like that with it. It feels solid. Batoning is, in my opinion, a very good test of a knife, because if you're going to find a flaw, I think you would find it batoning. Looks like that one broke. There was a knot or something there. This thing's just crawling with ants. But yeah, it went right through that stuff, no problem. I have a ton of good stuff. Let's get a little bit bigger piece and see what it does. This piece is really going to push the boundaries of my blade. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get through it or not. We'll try. Can't promise nothing, folks, but I can promise you I'll try. It's almost, the blade's almost too short. Let's go to the other side and we'll start at the edge. One of the outer edges, maybe start chipping away from the edge possibly. Looks like I got a piece that almost was too big. So we got those two little slices off. Let's keep going. Let's try start about here maybe. Yeah, I'm just biting off more than I can chew, folks. Let's cut off a little bit less. Maybe something, I'll try something like that. I'm not even hitting the blade. The blade feels solid though. I'm not batoning anything, folks. I think that piece might be too big. Little pieces at a time, I think we could do it. But definitely probably not the whole piece in its entirety. And even my baton stick's coming apart on me. It's probably gonna break here soon. Something's gonna give. Look at that. Just rotate that up and snap that piece off. I just did a little twist on the knife. So we're starting to cut it down. Let's try again. That just popped in half. There, we got that. Let's do the smaller piece. Right through it. Got this piece. No problems at all. Now this piece has kind of a knot in it. That piece was just waiting to come off. So let's attack the worst piece now. This one has a big knot. Let's go right down the middle. My baton piece is gonna break. Trying to hold it together. There we go. Right through it. Now I almost trashed out my baton piece. Okay, let's keep going. Let's try it again. Looks like it's breaking more than anything. There we go. Two more pieces. Now here's that knot. Let's try it. Let's go right up through it. I don't know if my baton piece of wood's gonna break first or if I'm gonna get through this. We're gonna find out. My baton broke. Knots always make it hard. I don't know, folks. try from the top down. Let's do the old twist test. Yep, my blade didn't budge, but we still got that knot. Let's do, I don't know, let's try something like this. I think we got it. Yep, well, it's just going around the knot. It just does not want to go through that knot, folks. Nope, look at that. Broke my baton. Nope. Not gonna do it. Okay, folks, let's take a look at the tip of the knife, tip of the blade. Let's do some stabs. Boy, that's good penetration. Now I'm going to do what everybody hates, and that is I'm going to pull this thing towards me, see what it does to the tip of the blade. Broke the wood. Nothing to the tip, so it's good strong metal. That test right there, folks, always scares me. I don't like doing that. If you're going to test a knife, and if something's going to break, I think it's going to break during this test right here. Because that's tough on a blade. I don't see nothing wrong at all. It's holding together very well. No problems. Let's do a little light chopping. I'm grabbing back here on the hill of the knife and I'm just swinging her down. It's definitely a nice sharp knife. A little bit of the fire sticks maybe. Going all the way down to the tip of the blade. Some decent little curls. Now let's take a look at the blade and see if there's any damage to the blade anywhere. There's damage to the coating, just this short test. So this high carbon steel, folks, make sure that you don't leave this thing in the moisture, because moisture is terrible for high carbon steel. You need to keep some sort of olive oil or some sort of tallow or something like that on it. But as far as the blade, still sharp. I don't see anything wrong with it. It looks like it's still in great condition. No problems at all. The blade's not bit up nowhere. And I just went through some hard wood. And that right there, folks, is just a quick glimpse of some of the wood that I processed just now with this. Take a little bit of this bark. We're going to go check out that ferro rod. This is just juniper bark, folks. Natural material. This stuff, I could tell it's a tiny bit damp. It's monsoon season out here, so hopefully I'll get this stuff loosened up enough to capture a spark and hold an ember, maybe get a little tiny baby fire going. Just more than anything, I just want to test the ferro rod. I'm sure it's going to work fine. Okay, folks, let's take a look and see what we can do here. Hopefully I'll be able to catch this. Looks like I had a little bit of ignition. So the ferro rod definitely works. You can see that I was able to make a little bit of fire. That's pretty cool. No problems with the ferro rod, natural material. Everything worked out pretty well. I'm not going to sit here and make a whole fire or nothing. I'm just wanted to show you that that ferro rod works. I always make sure that it's cool to the touch, to my fingers, because if it's hot to my fingers, I'm not finished. So I'm just digging up a little dirt, making sure everything's out. I don't see no smoke anywhere, and you can barely tell that I was even here. Well, everybody, I want to say thank you for joining me today on the unboxing and the review of the Mora Bushcraft Black. I like this knife. It withheld the batoning. Everything held up real well except for the finish. Now again, this is high carbon steel, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. The main thing you got to do, like I mentioned earlier, is you got to put some sort of tallow or some sort of vegetable oil or something like that on it. The reason I say vegetable oil, and that's because if you're going to be cutting meat that you might be processing with this knife, you don't want to be putting any kind of other oils that you don't want in your food by chance. And that's why I use tallow or olive oil or vegetable oil or something like that, corn oil, something natural. And what that does, that just keeps the blade from oxidizing and causing rust and things of that nature. So would I recommend this knife? Absolutely. This is a great knife. It's a really good knife. I like it. So I want to say thank you for watching the review today. Please feel free to like this video, share this video, give me a thumbs up please. Feel free to check out my Facebook page, give that a like. If you like the content on my channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. Please check the description box down below. I'll put links to this knife down there. And again, thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye. Now go out and get you a Bushcraft Black. Later.